Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shabashim Rakakwadash. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video the best boxing, one of the best boxing interviews I've seen in my life. And this is Fight Hub TV. This is Virgil Hunter sends emotional plea to Errol Spence on rematching Terrence Crawford. I haven't seen the rest of it. I'm in 13 minutes, 14 seconds in of a little bit more than 32-minute video. And I pretty much know he's going to say, don't fight him, you're not ready or whatever. I got to watch the rest of it. But he was going around about here. He was going into conditioning, making weight, conditioning, running, how you train your body, how being built from the ground up instead of the shoulders down. You got to watch this interview for you brothers that train, you brothers in MMA, you brothers, jiu-jitsu brothers, you men out there, and you women, if you want to watch it, because y'all train too. Boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing. There's he trained, I believe, Spence trained the wrong way. There's certain things he didn't do that he should have did, but he doesn't know. He doesn't have first-hand knowledge. But he did say that somebody told him that he did something that that spent him. And he did speak about when you train, you're training for 36 minutes. A fight is 36 minutes. It's actually about 46 minutes, but because you're resting 10 minutes of that. In that 46 minutes, you're resting 10 minutes. Each round, round one, you fight. Between round one and round two, you rest for 1 minute. That's when they put the water, they put the cold, the ice bag on you. Oh, I used to remember that when you used to have the between rounds, they put that ice bag, they pull your trunks open so your that part can breathe and you can breathe freely. Stomach, goes up and goes in, goes out and then goes in. They put the ice pack on the top of your head and on your neck. And that's just such a refreshing feeling. And that gets you ready, cool you down for the next round. Because the next round you get hot, your body gets hot. But anyway, he said this, which I said the night of the fight. I said that, well, I'm gonna hit you on scripture because I gotta hit you with scripture. Apostle Paul said, bodily exercise profit little, but it does profit. But I said when we was watching the fight, it was myself, it was Apostle Gabar, and it was the rest of the bishops because Apostle Ricard is living out in the West now, and Apostle Ramla was out there in the West too. So they had came down, and we were just talking, about a whole lot of different things, but we were mainly talking about conditioning because a lot of the brothers are into conditioning, health, eating right, exercise, just how to gain weight, how to gain muscle. So we talk about that stuff, nutrition and so forth. We constantly talk about that if we're not talking about the scriptures. So I was telling them brothers, I said, we're going in ice baths. And I said, well, ice bath, the reason why you do an ice bath is you do a workout, you're sore, right? That ice bath or cryogenics, which you go into that machine that is cold, it stops the soreness so you can work out the next day. So my thing is this, I said, you work out to get in top shape. And once you get in top shape, you reach that plateau. Why work out every day? All you got to do now is maintain that top level of being in tip top 100%, being 100%. So you would work out, let's say a Monday, Tuesday you off, Wednesday you work, Thursday you off, Friday you work. You might work 3 to 4 days out of the week. The rest of the days off. Those off days you can go into the gym and work on work on your strategy, meaning you're not exercising. You're not going out there tired. You're not working. You're not hitting the bag. You're not jumping rope. you're just working on technique. You're not even sparring. You're just working on technique. So basically, that's a rest day. And then you got to break camp. Sometimes you break camp for a whole week because you're in tip top shape. You know? So he was saying pretty much the stuff that I was saying about how you work out. A lot of guys overwork themselves. And they don't know the difference. That's why you need you need you know you need you need exercise doctors, you need nutritionists, you need dietitians, and you need certified condition coaches that know the sport, whether it be boxing, MMA. You need to know how to make them stronger, but not make them slower. Because fighters are wiry. They don't look like bodybuilders. They're wiry. And that's for efficiency in fighting and movement. And that's in any sport. The only guys that are in football, the big muscle bound, the big dudes, you're not gonna have a big 350-pound muscular guy be a wide receiver. Wide receivers are like gazelles. Tackles, the defensive line, fullbacks, so forth. They're built like buffaloes. Wide receivers and quarterbacks are built like what? They're built like gazelles. The long, lean, track runner, sprint type, fast twitch muscle fiber. You know, a tackle is a slow twitch muscle fiber. A wide receiver, you got a running back, wide receivers, and quarterbacks are fast, quick muscle fiber, because a quarterback, even though he doesn't do that much running, but sometimes he does, he has to snap that ball. And you snap that ball, that pigskin is not even made out of pigskin. That's what they call it. It's not made out of pigskin leather. But you got to learn how to snap. Brucey said it. Learn how to snap it. That's what it. And he spoke about that too. He said that Bud Crawford had a snap to it. Now there was a reason why. We don't know how true this is, but he said, I think it was maybe a week before the fight, there's this mountain in Las Vegas. It's like way up. It's like going up a hill, but it's a 5-mile run or something like that. When Terrence did that, he said he wasn't supposed to do that because he was spent. Because it said running a mountain like that takes you 4 or 5 days to recover. So you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't run the night of a fight. There's a lot of guys. I'm gonna give you a story. David Telesco. I used to see him every day. Y'all know look up David Telesco. I used to see him every day. Matter of fact, I used to know a lot of former world champions. A lot of those guys don't know everything about training and boxing. What did he do? Was it him? I could be wrong. I believe he said he got into a little argument with his trainer, which was at that time Victor Valley Jr. You know, he had his son. His son didn't want to box. His son, I remember his son was a kid. His son would have been world champion, but boxing wasn't in his heart. And he told me years later, I'm upset that my son didn't want to box. I said, well, look, boxing got to be in your heart. He has all the skills to be world champion, but boxing's got to be passionate in your heart. I don't want to hear that. I said, well, that's not you. That's your son. Your son got a different mind than you. But anyway, the argument was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Dave Telesco said, you got to run 5 miles. He used to do 6 miles. but he used to do, in construction sites and different obstacles. He never ran on the track because I would always ask those guys, how you train? What do you do? But I would see him training. And I believe he said, I could be wrong, but he said, yeah, you got to run the night of the fight. So his trainer said, no, you don't run the night of the fight. Are you crazy? Yeah, you run 5 miles. This one fighter did this one of years ago. He trained under, he was West Indian. He had an accent. I forget his name. He trained under Manuel Stewart. And on the night of the fight, he ran 5 fucking miles a couple hours before the fight. And he lost the fight. And I think they said that. They said Manuel Stewart said he fucking ran 5 miles. That's why he lost, or something to that effect. But see, the boxers don't know what to do. They don't know how to eat. You don't give them a dietitian, they're gonna eat what the fuck they want to eat. You know? They don't know about fasting, intermittent fasting. They don't know about, proper nutrition. They don't know about supplements. They don't know about rest. They don't know about knowing your body. When your body, sometimes if I get up this morning, most likely I'll get up about 5 in the morning. I'll run, be out there at 6 in the morning. I'll do my run. Then I'll hit the weights. But sometimes I hit the weights first, then the run. Either way. But certain times I said, body said, I don't do it. Then I listen to my body, I don't do it. Then the next day or the next 2 days, I make it up. So you got to watch this. You got to watch this interview right here. This man is a boxing genius. He knows all the ins and out of boxing, conditioning, and I would guess diet. So anyway, I'm not going. I haven't gone. I quoted one scripture, but I just wanted to say that, and I want to watch the rest of this video. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. So you athletes out there, get up in the comment board.